Now, see, the thing is, right, if you black out on base, right, okay, and 11 years later, someone says you did something with your stepdaughter, the first question you're going to ask is, who is this person? How do they know I even have a stepdaughter, right? Okay, And why are they saying I did something pedophilic with her when Daphne and me never talked about it, right? At all. Not even uh, the day after I moved out, not for 20 days, not for a year. I even picked up Jonathan a couple times while still in Virginia. Right. Okay. I came back home to Georgia after Marybelle, right? I know, around March of 96. Saw her till September of 96, and again and again. Nothing brought up by Daphne about any of that, right? Okay. Even after our divorce and all that finalized, right? So I moved back home, right? Nothing brought up. Couldn't even pay child support. Nothing brought up. Nothing brought up. Got on disability around 2000, right? Or 98, I'm sorry, right? Still a few years after Marybelle and all that, too, right? Alright. Still not brought up by anybody. By anybody. Then, right. Um, get on SSI, right? And then in 99, around September, I think I got my award letter from the VA and my money from that. Tried to buy a couple cars, but that didn't work out, right? Long term. Brought a Mustang and a Nissan extended cab, right? And again, you know, with my physical disability, I feel I need an emergency car. And in case something happens to the other car and it breaks down something. I don't know. Right? That's why that too, Marceline. But anyway, so, right, I'll start out right in the VA, right, until, I get on YouTube, right. Now, YouTube supposedly came out, what, in 2005 or so, right, I guess, right, I don't know. But I was right there with him. I started doing impersonations, right? I started all that off the bat, right? Didn't even bring up anything personal. And then, within 6 months of YouTube, someone started talking about my stepdaughter and that I molested her. And they called their account Shame on You Shane, right? So, you know, and Daphne never said a word about it the whole time, right? Either. Right. So, like I said, right, the only thing that could have happened is something happened on base instead of me falling. Is if I landed to fall safely, right? And I had to jump from the window ledge or a little bit lower. I'm not sure which, right? Now, the thing is, though, by saying something happened with my stepdaughter, my ex-wife not saying something happened with my stepdaughter, that's not a common thing to accuse someone on YouTube as pedophilia right off the bat, right? I wasn't doing whistle or anything. Now, even Rockstar singing a high androgynous falsetto voice, right? Even Howie Mandel does Bobby in Gizmo. Yeah. again, so what about what I did would make them think, oh, that had to do with pedophilia anyway? Nothing would make them think that. Right. Well, only if someone attacked me on base instead of me falling and tried to cover it up. And again, we discussed it then. Alright, because see, everything I'm telling you, they're acting like that don't matter. They get to attack me on base anyway. And you see what I mean? Now, you can't prove who did it either if you have amnesia of the whole thing. Right? But you do know the last thing was you were on base, right? Trying to get into your room. Had $250 in the room and your ID. But you did study ninjutsu a little bit. And see, the ninjas try to do something they can actually do safely too, right? Now, if I felt I could jump from the third story window safely, right? Okay, I might have done it. I don't remember, right? But I wouldn't do it again, right? And see, this will be part of the conversation. Because, see, I would also be excited if I jumped more from the third story window, right? Than, say, the second story as well. So, one you might well brag about. Because of Ninja 3 denomination. Right. Now, granted, it's about 22 feet, right? Versus, 16 or jumping from your trailer. That's still not more than, 6 to 8 feet if you're stretching it. Now, why do you think I tried to show you my body length stretched out on some of the older videos, right? Because when you're trying to lower down to the roof, you gotta see how close you can get to the window ledge, and if you're about this far, you could probably safely let go of the window ledge to get on the window ledge, right? Of the roof to get on the window ledge, right? And the point is, even after they called Garden City on me, right? Even after they called Daphne and her mom, right? And Daphne said it never happened, they never let it go, right? For another 10 years, they still wouldn't let it go. The first time was 3, right? Right? Around the time I met Molly and all that, right? Then, okay. I moved to a different location, right? I was at 185 Fifth Avenue then. And see, the reason you give out your address when you're stalking is they can get it anyway. And you've heard the story of how the stalker finds the address of the wife eventually. Now, like in Sleeping with the Enemy, Julia tried to make him think she was dead. But the problem was she wasn't and kept contacting her mom in a nursing home, right? Exactly, that's how she got caught eventually. Plus, she tried to flush Doreen out of the toilet, and because it was a heavy metal, it didn't flush. We found the ring and ring. See, I'm describing the movie for you about order, too. That's legal, that's legal. Okay, you know why? I don't know. All that happened, too. But as soon as he knew she was alive, he found where she was at. Right, went after her. So like I said, another reason I give my address out, my ID out, right, and don't lie, is they can find me if they want me, right? You can't hide from them. Don't even try. No. In fact, by saying where you're at, all right, the real stalkers aren't supposed to, when they come around you, right, all you can do is note they're around you, right? Like I've been doing. You've been doing. But you can't stop them once they start stalking you, right? And like I said, it's escalated, right? I'm blacking out during the day, right? In 2017, right? Something more is going on than I remember, right? My keychain's messed up. Very weirdly, right? It's detached from the keychain itself, right? Part of the keychain is still on the key ring, and part of it's broken from that part of the keychain, right? That don't normally happen, right? And why would someone do that? They're trying to harm you. They're trying to harm you. But you need a sign, right? Someone was there, right? So you get them to do something stupid. Because see, however he harmed me, he didn't think I would find out the sign. You understand? There. Right. Whatever he did to black me out, he didn't think I would discover the keychain was off the hook and have to look for it and find it somewhere else, right? So, what do you think is a weapon he would use against a martial arts person, right? Gun. Now, if he used the gun, I heal like the Wolverine causes the spear of Jesus. And God healing it and him resurrecting. Now, when I say like the Wolverine, that's because God and Jesus know about the Wolverine too, fool. In heaven. The glory is shining down on us from heaven, right? God and Jesus are still in heaven. Even if we're rebelling from them still and following Satan into hell still, he's still trying to save us from Satan, right? He might not be successful, right? We might still be going to hell with Satan, right? But we're choosing to, and that's part of God's design too. He lets us choose, right? You could also repent at any time. You can also confess your own sin, right? See, trying to get me to confess something you accused me of 20 days later still means, again, right? My ex-wife never said that happened, right? Just you. Like I said, anyway, if you're the only one saying it happened, and my ex-wife said it never happened, right? Again, you're not confusing me and her, you're confusing us how you know, right? Which if I blacked out on base, that's the only place you could know is on base. And that means I didn't fall 3 stories, right? I was attacked in the front entrance to the barracks because I told them about jumping from the window ledge, right? Which is what you would be excited about the most, right? But also landing it. It's one thing to jump and be injured, it's another thing to jump and land the fall. Now, like I said, like them, you might not want to believe that. But I did that one time. And again, as part of the course, I would also explain to them about what I learned about ninjutsu. And things like that, right? But like I said, right, I also wouldn't do it again to prove anything to them either. Reason is, when I did it, there was no distractions, right? And, I felt I could do it safely without, worrying about any of it, right? Because of jumping off the trailer anyway, right? But the whole point is, only someone on base could know that I even had a stepdaughter, right? And the only reason they would accuse me there is asked them if they were in the gay Navy or something because of Pastor Davis and Pastor Thomas, right? Were they affiliated with them? Right. And what they were doing. See, and also probably mentioned Ben Campbell and all that, right? Right. See, Daphne didn't even know about all that. I didn't tell her, right? Mm-hmm. She didn't know about the 12-year-old who tried to put a vagina in my face at the other apartment, right? She didn't even know that at 5 or 6 I had showed my penis to another girl, right? In the neighborhood, and that she went and told her mom, right? And mom even confirmed that's something I did around her and Debbie too. But I was still a little child. I didn't know better, right? Now that's what, again, why I mentioned the shower with my mom. That I remember I'm the same age as Amanda, right? Now, when I'm making up a different story, I'm going to tell you something different anyway. I'm not going to tell you the truth. The purpose of telling you that is to distract you from attacking me until I'm ready for the attack, right? It's to try and talk you out of attacking me as long as I can. No. See, that shows the Lord I'm trying to negotiate with you before you attack me, all right? And though I still have to rely on the Lord to heal the injury you caused me that night, and legally with the schizophrenia, it does cover you. It does cover you. But like I said, that's why I still call it both the three-story fall and the accident on base, right? Either way, it's both. It's both. It all happened, though, where? On base, right? That's what I'm trying to tell Daphne, too, right? See, I'm telling her more about Christian Fellowship Church than I told her, right? And what their secret was. The units could jerk off with each other, Daphne, but I knew that was wrong, and I didn't really get into that. But, Lieutenant Davis, okay, thought I was into that. I wasn't. Yeah. He was worried about fraternization. No, he didn't worry about that. I don't do that at all with another man. But that shows some of them were doing it in the Navy, And see, legally, it's a loophole, right? Because see, the UCMJ says, you know, anal sex, right? Or sodomy is the crime. Is the crime against the UCMJ. Well, again, rape is also a crime, like I said, right? And again, you don't have to jerk off with another person either. And I would say no to that proposal, right? I know. Wouldn't even bring it up. And see, all I did with Lieutenant Davis is Bible studies, period. He didn't worry about fraternization, though he got married when we got back to Fort, right? It's one of the church girls. But because that's male on male contact, no matter how you look at it. See, I wasn't comfortable with that. Because of Shane Sanders and other reasons, right? Like I told you, I was taught a unit can handle their own business, but don't do it with another man either. Not even that. Then you're not a true unit. That's what I was taught. A unit handles themselves. They have wet dreams, maybe, right? But they don't do it with another man, right? And if they do it, they do it in their bathroom, not yours. See, I'm not saying I go out to do it in the bathroom either, or jerk off to you in the bathroom, right? I ain't saying that either. Right. Now, like I said, the hour from the salon is the problem, right? See, something happened the first time, right? And the first time would be enough to maybe me miss the movie anyway. Because that would have been about almost an hour, I don't know. But I still might could have seen it, right? It all depends, right? But, okay, if he did something, I he'll like the Wolverine again, and the women started on it again, and we went back to the bathroom an additional 20 minutes. He called us again, sat back down, he shot me again. Went back to Guild like the Wolverine again. Again, went back to the nail job, right? That's how the hour happened, right? Now, another problem is he acts like she was underage. Well, he can't even put her to work till she's 16 or 17 in Georgia. Whether it's his daughter or not. See, that's why he said it was his daughter. Trying to act like he could put her to work at 15 if it was his daughter. No, you can't do that either. That's a lie that she's not his daughter. But if she's 15, he's not supposed to put her to work until she's fully trained. If he's putting her to work and she's 15, he's putting her to work as what? A debt slave. Plus, again, another problem is sometimes the men want sex with the girls, right? Like I said, right? When they do that, right, the problem is, right, the girl might rebel and try to have sex with someone else, even if she's 15. And if she's 15, she's not supposed to be working there until she's 16 or 17, right? And again, I know he's breaking the rules. He's the criminal there, right? Now, did me and the girl, by having sex in the bathroom, do a crime as well? Yeah, but she felt it was necessary. And she told me she was 37 and from New Jersey. I don't know. But again, that don't happen a lot either, I know. Unless, again, the women at the other Japanese restaurant were trying to have sex with me, right? In the bathroom during the encounter, right? And they, again, shot me periodically throughout that. But both of them might have had sex with me then. I don't know. See, you know, I can do different things with the women, right? During the hour. Oral sex, boobs, sucking boobs, whatever, right? Kissing, right? Things like that, right? It's up to them what we do too. They choose. But could the guys be putting them up to it? Maybe. But why? They're trying to murder me, right? Over sex with the women, right? But see, that's what I mean, right? I can be with one woman, right? But they don't want me with either woman, but I was with both of them. Right. That's the problem too, right? And I asked their ages and things like that and their names, right? That's something you do, right? When you meet somebody, right? Okay.